सेव किया था ना?
मैं सिर्फ इसलिए गया था क्योंकि उसने मुझे कॉल किया, that's it. But listen though.
Save it for someone else.
जिंदगी में सेव करना जरूरी है, मगर जब बात पैसों की हो, सिर्फ सेविंग से काम नहीं चलेगा। इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए और अपने सेविंग्स को आगे बढ़ने का मौका दीजिए।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
In good news, India has completed the final location survey of 3 strategic railway lines in the northeast that aims to help the military push its men and equipment faster into border areas, especially in Arunachal Pradesh along China. These strategic railway lines, which will be completed over the next 1 decade, will add to the extensive network of highways that are already been built. The plan, first mooted by the army in 2010-11, requiring investment of several thousand crores, also aims to put many key border areas, including that in Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Sikkim, on the broad gauge rail map. However, the key lines for which work was sped up are the 200-kilometer broad gauge line between Balakpong to Tawang, that is in Arunachal Pradesh, 87-kilometer line between Silaptar, that is in Assam, to along via Bame in Arunachal Pradesh, and the 217-kilometer line between Rupai in Assam to Pasighat, Arunachal Pradesh. Remember, which also has the advanced landing ground of the Indian Air Force. All the 3 proposed railway lines are categorized as strategic, which means that the cost will be borne both by the railways and the defense ministries. Sources say that the final location survey has been completed on these 3 lines and the report has been submitted to the Railway Ministry. A final location survey is done to decide the alignment of the rail line and the locations of stations. In railway parlance, the completion of the final location survey means that the project is finally happening. The final location survey report is under consideration by the Railway Ministry. Once the ministry clears the final location survey, the projects will be taken to the cabinet for approval. It will then go off to the drawing board. Sources say that the projects got a push because of the ongoing standoff with China along the line of actual control. The army has been pushing for these strategic lines because it would help in movement of soldiers and equipment. The Bhalukpong Tawang line is one of the most important projects which will cater to the military's wide needs in an area which has seen tensions rise with China. The proposed line will see multiple tunnels and will be built at locations over 10,000 feet. Both the highway projects and the strategic railway lines were mooted by the army as part of its internal study on defense preparedness. It was in 2011-12 that the army worked to finalize the alignments of these lines. It was the army's push in 2012 that the railway line was upgraded up to Balukpong and recommenced operation from where the line to Tawang will commence. The army has been working closely with the NFR authorities and a lot of work was completed which helped both the military and the civilians living in the northeast. Going by the statistics, between 2014 and 2022, a total of 893.82 km of track were converted to broad gauge. 386.84 km new lines were added, 356.41 km double lines commissioned, and surveys of 1,578 km new lines have been completed. Fund allocation in the northeast states was done to the tune of rupees 51,787 crore, with average allocation per year in the last 8 years is 254% more than the yearly average fund allocation in 2009-14 according to the NFR data. While the 3 strategic rail link projects where the final location survey is completed are all in Arunachal Pradesh, the NFR will also start work on another strategic rail line, the 26-kilometer long broad gauge track connecting Murkong's Lake, a village in Dhimachi, North Assam, to Pasighat in Arunachal Pradesh. Though Assam and Arunachal Pradesh are presently connected by rail line, the new line is strategic as it will facilitate movement of defense forces further inside, a senior NFR official said. Besides, the NFR is also undertaking a feasibility study to see if a broad gauge line to connect Kokrajhar in Assam to Jilepu in Bhutan can be done. Jilepu is on the Assam-Bhutan border and the proposal to provide rail connectivity between Assam and Bhutan has been in the pipeline for a while now. The Indian Railways is also moving ahead with its plan to bring Sikkim on the rail map. While the final location survey is going on to decide the alignment of rail lines and location of station between Rangpo and Sikkim's capital Gangtok, a preliminary engineering cum traffic survey is also on to check if a strategic broad gauge line between Gangtok and Nathula can come up. It is not just the strategic rail links, as the Railway Ministry is also working to ensure that the capitals of all northeast states are connected with a broad gauge line. While Guwahati, that is in Assam, Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh and Agartala, Tripura already are on the rail map, Kohima, that is Nagaland, will have a broad gauge line by 2026. Work is already at an advanced stage to connect Imphal, that is in Manipur, to Aizawl, that is in Mizoram, rail line. Both these lines will be ready by 2023, railway officials said. Though Meghalaya is connected to the rail network, the NFR has not been able to make progress to connect its capital Shillong with a rail line because of protests by Khasi groups demanding inner line permit in the state. For The Print, this is Sneesh Alex Philip reporting along with my colleague Moshmi Dasgupta. Please subscribe to our Print's YouTube channel for more such videos.